This year we've seen an unprecedented set of problems in the supply chain. One of the many problems that we've seen are issues with the availability of automobiles. Why would that be? Let's talk about that, and more importantly, let's talk about things you can do to mitigate your risk in this situation. I'll be right back. Basically, what we have happening right now is necessary components to create vehicles are not available. There's a variety of reasons for it, but if you look at any auto dealership this year, being 2021, you're going to notice that they have very few new vehicles, and their lots are full of other brands of used vehicles spread out in the lot. This is going to be a continuing problem for a bit. There's a lot of overlapping reasons why there's a supply chain issue. Part of it was due to the pandemic, shutdowns, but on top of that, because of the shutdowns, there was a reduction in the production of a lot of vehicles. Those microchips were then repurposed for electronics and other uses. Now automobile manufacturers are trying to get their vehicles running, and guess what? They don't have the microprocessors and chips that they need. It's more than just chips. There's other materials involved as well. Because of various shutdowns on top of political and tariff issues, there's just generally a shortage of new vehicles. Now on the flip side, because of that, used vehicles have spiked as far as their value and the trade-in possibilities. So if you do have a clunker that you want to get rid of, now's the time to do it before the manufacturing catches up. However, because of these shortages right now, a lot of people who may need a new automobile are not able to find it. And it's not just cars, it's trucks, vans, SUVs, the whole 9 yards. In light of the current situation, you need to ask yourself, do I really need to buy another car? You may be able to get by with what you have. What you first need to do is to evaluate exactly what your needs are. Not your wants, but your needs. What kind of car do you need? What are you using it for? Why do you think you need to change? You need to justify what you're doing and why you're doing it. Don't trade in a vehicle just because you're used to getting a new car every few months. The truth of the matter is, right now could be a great time to trade in an old vehicle for something newer. But it can also cost you cash out of pocket for your down payment during a time when the market is not exactly stable. Assess how you use your vehicle, what do you need it for, the capacity, the mileage capabilities, and the range before you really make a trip to the dealership. Don't waste everyone's time. Personally, before buying a new vehicle, I would encourage everyone to see if you can get the maximum utilization of what you have. Hold on to your cash for now. I'm not a financial advisor, so I encourage you to make the best decision for yourself and your family. But if you can get another year or two out of a vehicle, do so. Also keep in mind, even if you buy a new vehicle and you've justified it in your own mind and in your numbers, keeping it maintained, repaired, and in good condition will not only give you maximum benefit from the car you're buying, but it will also allow you to get the best possible trade-in. Too many people buy an automobile and they don't maintain it. And what you're doing, you're diminishing an asset that is appreciable, and any equity you could have had as you pay the vehicle off will be diminished because you didn't maintain the vehicle, and the new owner is going to have to take that cost. You're going to lose, and possibly so will they. Also be mindful of getting a clunker in place of a clunker. I could make a whole video about all the stories I have about battling car salesmen, especially in the used vehicle market. However, if you are going to trade in your current vehicle for a used vehicle, assess, as I mentioned before, the size you need. Don't get a small car if you have a big family with kids who are playing sports. You want to be mindful you're getting the right size for purpose. Don't get too big a vehicle when you could get by with a smaller one. Also, with all the disasters that have happened during the last couple of years, hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, etc., a lot of vehicles hit the market that had been flood damaged. You don't want to get a vehicle that took extensive structural, mechanical, or water damage and trade in the vehicle you currently have and get one that may give you a whole new set of problems. It's one of those situations of the devil you know versus the devil you don't. So pay attention to those details. Whether you decide to buy new, buy used, or keep the vehicle you have, it's important to take an assessment regardless of what you're using the vehicle for and other ways to maximize the life of the car. A lot of us are used to that 24/7 hustle and bustle that is the Western world. We're used to getting in a car and going somewhere at the drop of a hat to get what we want. But if you can reduce the wear and tear on your vehicle, you're going to save money on brakes, gas, and you'll get more when you trade it in, if that time comes. You can consider using things like mass transit. Buses, trains, subways, and even carpooling can help you save wear and tear on your vehicle by alternating who drives or by using a public transportation system. Run the math to see if the Metro card might be worth the money as opposed to spending it on gas trying to commute to and from in a car with one person in it. You may also want to consider using a bike or even walking to work if you're close enough. If you're in an unrestricted area or in the country, little things like golf carts or other wheelers can help you get around. Remember, one of the most important things is that you have time to spend with your family and friends and to get those memories. Sit with people you trust, either your family, friends, or trusted advisors, and find out if getting a new vehicle is the right decision or if keeping the one you have and maintaining it is a better idea. Run the numbers and make a logical decision. Godspeed, be safe, and take care.